Hi, this is Jahangir and you're watching News and Views. Cold War, is it still going on? To answer this question, let us dive into history and go to the end of World War II. Due to the World War, the entire Europe's industry and economy was in shambles. The only country that came out stronger was the United States. Its economy and industry was intact and it just proved its might to the world by dropping 2 atomic bombs. The alliance between capitalist UK-US and socialist Russia against Germany started to crumble. The two opposing forces started to increase their area of influence. Socialism and capitalism were and still are two opposing views of how to run a country. No one country is entirely socialist or capitalist. Social programs are implemented to varying degrees throughout the US and Western Europe. Healthcare, free education, labor protection, unemployment, retirement benefits are examples of social programs. The US started to influence Western Europe by providing aid through Marshall Plan and pulling them towards capitalism, and Russia by installing socialist regimes in countries it liberated. By 1949, Western Europe started to fall in line with US and signed the North Atlantic Treaty, NATO, to defend each other in face of aggression. When Western Germany was admitted to NATO in 1955, knocking at the border of the Soviet Union's area of influence, the Soviet Union signed the Warsaw Pact with remaining Eastern European states to defend each other. Both these superpowers, the US with nuclear might, technological superiority, air-sea power, and USSR with its conventional weapons, sheer numbers, and land power, converted the entire world as chessboard. Both started their moves either by directly invading or through sending aid and weapons and running proxy wars. Country after country bears the brunt of these superpowers with pretexts like liberation and excess of evil. Millions of civilians lost their property, livelihood, and lives in these misadventures. USSR sent its forces to Hungary, Czechoslovakia, Afghanistan. West sent forces to Guatemala, Bay of Pigs, Cuba, Dominican Republic, Grenada, Korea, and last but not the least, Vietnam. Capitalists won the round with the fall of Soviet Union in 1991. 15 republics of USSR formed independent countries. Most of the ex-Soviet republics in Eastern Europe have since then joined NATO, except Ukraine, whose request to join NATO is pending. The last major frontier between the two opposing forces was Afghanistan. USSR puts its forces in Afghanistan in 1979. West in retaliation ran a proxy through aiding and arming up Mujahideen. When the war was over in 1989, the Afghan economy was in tatters and the armed Mujahideen with no money and no purpose. These armed Mujahideens turned their weapons towards the countries that provided it. At the cost of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands civilians, West puts its forces in Afghanistan. After 20 years, the West has finally left Afghanistan last year. Is Russia trying to have another go at the chess table? Is Ukraine casualty to the start of a new war? Instead of a bipolar game as before, there is another contender now, China. How is the game going to be played out? For more videos like this, please subscribe to the channel. Thank you.